They're watching you, not because they admire you, but because they're measuring you. Manipulators don't hunt strength. They hunt reactions. They look for emotional leaks, for approval seeking, for hesitation, for guilt. And the moment they find it, they press. This world isn't ruled by fairness. It's ruled by perception, pressure, and psychological games disguised as friendliness. You were taught to be open, expressive, emotionally available, but manipulators turn openness into access, emotions into leverage, and kindness into a weapon pointed back at you. The Stoics saw this centuries ago. Marcus Aurelius warned, "If you are pained by any external thing, it is not this thing that disturbs you, but your judgment about it." In other words, they don't control you. Your reactions do. This video isn't motivation. It's armor, a Stoic manual for moving through manipulation with calm, discipline, and inner authority. From this point forward, you don't react. You judge. You don't explain. You observe. You don't chase peace. You protect it. Because to the Stoics, power is self-command. 1. The Inner Citadel. The Stoics taught that every person has an inner citadel, a mental fortress. No one can enter without your permission. It's your sanctuary, your calm, your private space. And manipulators? They are the invaders. They're looking for cracks, for weaknesses, for any emotional opening, anger, guilt, fear, urgency. They want to shake you, provoke you, make you react. But here's the Stoic secret. Nothing outside of you can control your inner state. The only power others have is the power you give them. Epictetus said it clearly. It is not events that disturb people. It is their judgments about them. This means the insults, the pressure, the emotional attacks, they don't belong to you unless you let them. You get to decide what matters. You get to decide what sticks. You choose your response. So how do you defend yourself? You don't fight outwardly with anger. You don't explode, argue, or over-explain. Instead, you withdraw inwardly. You step back mentally, create space between the stimulus and your reaction, and remind yourself, this is not within my control. My response is, in practice, this is simple but powerful. Calm eye contact, minimal words, neutral tone, slow, deliberate breathing. You're not suppressing your emotions, you're governing them. You are the commander of your inner fortress. And manipulators? They can't take what you refuse to give. And here's something for you right now. Like this video and leave a comment exactly with the words, "I am untouchable within." This is your declaration, your inner citadel in action. The stronger your citadel, the calmer you remain. The less manipulators can affect you, the more power you quietly hold. Stand unshakable, stand untouchable. 2. Emotional non-participation. Manipulators thrive on engagement. They need you to argue. They need you to defend yourself. They need you to justify, explain, or react. Your emotions are their currency. The more you give, the stronger they feel. The Stoic response is simple but powerful. Withdrawal without hostility. You don't take the bait. You don't feel compelled to correct every insult. You don't need to defend every accusation. You refuse to participate in the game on their terms. Seneca said it best, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy, and that is exactly what emotional non-participation is. When you refuse to feed the manipulator's need for reaction, their strategy collapses on itself. Silence becomes strength. Neutrality becomes a threat. Your calm exposes their desperation. They may try harder, they may escalate, push, or prod, and you stay steady. You remain unmoved. You don't react with anger, frustration, or defensiveness. You simply observe. You let their energy bounce off your inner walls, and slowly, but inevitably, they realize there's nothing to feed on. Their control disappears. Their influence vanishes. The more calm you remain, the more they feel off balance, exposed, and uncertain. This is the power of emotional non-participation. Not coldness, not numbness, but disciplined, intentional self-command. You don't fight. You don't resist. You simply stand apart, calm and untouchable. If this part of the video resonates with you, like this video and in the comments write exactly, "I control my emotions, no one else." This is your declaration. This is your power in action. 3. Voluntary delay. The Stoics understood something few people grasp. Speed is the enemy of reason. Rash action clouds judgment. Quick reactions are predictable, and predictability is weakness. Manipulators know this. They push urgency. Answer now. Decide immediately. You're running out of time. Their goal is to force you into a reaction before your mind has fully assessed the situation. They want mistakes, missteps, and impulsive responses. The Stoic response: delay. You pause. You breathe. You let time pass. You do not rush. Marcus Aurelius practiced this every day, never responding at first impulse, never letting the heat of the moment dictate his actions. Delay creates space. Space creates clarity, and clarity destroys manipulation. When you refuse to answer instantly, manipulators begin to reveal themselves. They push harder, they prod, they grow anxious. Their true intentions slip out through impatience, frustration, and subtle desperation. The faster they try to force you, the more transparent they become. Delay is not avoidance. It is mastery over timing. It is the quiet command of the moment. And timing. Timing is power. When you pause, when you hold your response, you take the rhythm of the interaction into your own hands. You make them wait. You make them unsure. You make them visible. If this strategy resonates with you, like this video, and in the comments write exactly, "I act with patience, I control my timing." Let this be your Stoic declaration. Let it remind you that no one else can force your response. You choose the moment you act. 4. Indifference to praise and blame. Manipulators rarely attack directly. They rarely strike with obvious force. Their most powerful weapons are subtle, and they almost always revolve around 2 levers: praise and shame. Praise feeds your ego. It makes you dependent on their approval. They tell you how wonderful you are, how talented, how indispensable, how special, and in that moment, they subtly begin to guide your self-worth. They teach you, without words, that your value is connected to them. Shame works differently. They point out your mistakes, or invent them. They make you feel guilty, inadequate, or unworthy. They make you second-guess yourself, doubt your decisions, and bend your actions toward what they want. They are experts at weaponizing guilt and obligation, and manipulators use it to quietly steer people into doing their bidding. The Stoics, however, trained themselves to be untouchable to both. Epictetus wrote, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." Why? Because praise is a trap. It makes you dependent on others for your sense of self. Blame is a trap too. It makes you defensive, anxious, and reactive. Both take control away from you and hand it to the manipulator. The Stoic answer is radical independence. When praised excessively, you do not swell. You do not feel the need to perform more, to earn more, to live up to their image of you. You receive praise calmly, like a gentle wind. Acknowledge it if you must, but let it pass. When criticized unfairly, you do not shrink. You do not bend, apologize, or over-explain. You observe it, you consider what is useful, and you discard the rest. Your sense of self is anchored in your own judgment, not theirs. This is not arrogance, it is mastery. You measure yourself by your own standards, by your own integrity, by your own discipline, not by applause, not by judgment, not by approval. And here's the effect. When approval no longer moves you, when disapproval no longer frightens you, manipulation loses its power at the root. They try their games, their subtle praise, their hidden insults, and they discover that you are untouchable. You are outside their control. Imagine a manipulator trying to bait you with flattery. No one works as hard as you do. You're the only one who can do this. You nod calmly. Maybe you say, "Thank you." Maybe you say nothing at all. Inside, nothing changes. They expect their words to make you chase, to feel obligated, to overperform, but you remain sovereign. Now imagine the same manipulator tries guilt. After all I've done for you, you can't even help me this once. Their words are designed to make you squirm, to tie you to their expectations, to bend your will. But you feel only a quiet awareness. Your actions are your own. Your obligations are yours to choose. You do not bend to emotional blackmail. This is the Stoic way. Indifference to praise and blame is not coldness. It is freedom. It is liberation from invisible chains. It is the mental armor that makes you untouchable in a world of subtle manipulation. If this part of the video resonates with you, like this video and in the comments write exactly, "I am free from praise and blame." Make that your declaration. Let it remind you that your value, your self-command, and your peace are yours, and yours alone. 5. Strategic ambiguity. The Stoics understood a truth most people overlook. Clarity is not always power. In fact, too much clarity can be weakness. Manipulators are experts at reading people. They study patterns, look for contradictions, and dig for information. Your plans, your fears, your intentions. Every word you give them is ammunition. Every detail they extract from you becomes leverage. The Stoic response is strategic ambiguity. You give less. You overshare nothing. You reveal only what is necessary. You do not explain every thought, every feeling, every decision. You never disclose your next move unless it serves your purpose. Even Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, practiced this. He kept his inner life private, even as the most powerful man in the world. He understood that clarity to the wrong people is vulnerability. When you reveal too much, you give manipulators a map to navigate you, a key to control you. So how do you practice it? Short answers. Don't elaborate unnecessarily. Let your words have weight. Measured words? Speak intentionally. Speak with control. Intentional silence. Pause. Let others fill the gaps with their own assumptions. When they cannot read you, they cannot manipulate you. They are left guessing. They lose confidence. They feel uncertainty creeping in. And uncertainty terrifies manipulators more than confrontation ever could. You are not chaotic. You are disciplined. You are not evasive out of fear. You are strategic. Your unpredictability is calculated. It is armor. It is power disguised as calm. And here's the key. The more you withhold unnecessary clarity, the more authority you project. People are drawn to those who are measured, precise, and unreadable. You are no longer just another participant in the game. You are the one setting the terms. If this part of the video resonates with you, like this video, and in the comments write exactly, "I speak less, I control more." Make that your declaration. Let it remind you that your words are tools, not weapons to hand over to manipulators. 6. Detachment from outcome. Manipulators feed on attachment. They rely on your fear of losing the relationship, the deal, the approval. They know that as long as you care too much about what happens next, they have power over you. Stoicism teaches a different path. Cut the tie. You do what is right. You act with integrity. You take your next step because it aligns with your values, not because you are desperate for approval, recognition, or control over how others respond. And then you let go. You accept whatever follows. Seneca wrote, "He who fears death will never do anything worthy of a man who is alive." Replace death with loss, and the meaning becomes clear. When you are willing to walk away, the manipulator loses their grip. Pressure, threats, subtle guilt. They all lose their power when your mind is untethered from the outcome. Detachment is not coldness, it's quiet strength. You stop clinging, you stop pleading, you stop over-explaining. You act without expectation. You give your effort, your attention, your energy, and then you release them. You remain calm, even when things end, even when doors close, even when people leave. Your equilibrium does not depend on their behavior. And here's the subtle magic. Your quiet readiness to leave is felt. It shifts the balance of power without a word. They sense that you cannot be controlled because you are not dependent. They realize that you are sovereign over yourself. They feel the weight of your freedom, and freedom is more terrifying to a manipulator than anger or confrontation ever could be. If this part of the video resonates with you, like this video, and in the comments write exactly, "I act without attachment, I remain free." Let that be your Stoic declaration, a reminder that no one can hold power over you unless you allow it. 7. The Stoic Exit. The final defense against manipulation is not confrontation. It is not arguing, pleading, or trying to prove your point. The ultimate Stoic strategy is departure. The Stoics believed that you should never remain in a situation where your character, your peace, or your integrity is compromised. You do not negotiate with your own standards. You do not bargain with your own calm. And you do not stay in drama because someone else demands it. This is not loud. There are no threats, no speeches, no attempts to explain or justify yourself. You simply create distance. You remove your time. You remove your energy. You remove your presence. You step away, not out of anger, not out of spite, but out of quiet self-respect. And here's the power of it. Because you never begged to stay, because you never pleaded for their approval or understanding, your absence speaks louder than any argument ever could. The manipulator is left facing their own failure. They see the space you leave, and that space carries more authority than words. This is not coldness. This is sovereignty. This is a person who values themselves above manipulation, above control, above the need to prove anything. You are untouchable because you refuse to participate in the game. And here's something for you right now. If this part of the video resonates with you, like this video, and in the comments write exactly, "I leave with calm, I keep my respect." Make that your Stoic declaration. Let it remind you that your presence and your absence are yours to control, and that nothing can manipulate a mind that is free. You are no longer reactive, no longer predictable, no longer available to emotional predators who feed on chaos and insecurity. You have built the Stoic mind, calm under pressure, disciplined in thought, sovereign in action. You do not seek control over others because you have achieved something far rarer: control over yourself. And to manipulators, this is the one thing they can never defeat. They cannot threaten it. They cannot rush it. They cannot shame it or flatter it into submission. A mind that governs itself is beyond reach. You move through the world with clarity, not urgency, with restraint, not fear. You respond by choice, not by impulse. And in doing so, you step into the Inner Citadel, the place where no insult can wound you, no pressure can move you, and no manipulation can take root. If you've reached this state, leave a comment below with the words, "I am in control of myself." And if this video strengthened your discipline, like this video, subscribe to Stoic Letters and turn on notifications, because this channel is not about entertainment. It is about mastery. Remember this as you go. The Stoics never tried to dominate the world. They mastered their inner one. And in a chaotic age, that is the highest form of power a human being can possess. Your discipline begins now.